going to see the speed and the skill of NBA guards. Two of the league's best going head-to-head.
And when I think basketball, I envision guards pushing the tempo, taking threes. The modern NBA has a lot of talent. The pace has never been higher.
Now Golden State's starting five. Backcourt pair will be Curry and Podziemski. Butler is the 4, and Green operates as the small ball center. And it's Moody in at the 3, the small forward. And so the Houston Rockets get the first points of the ball game. Gets the three-pointer to fall.
I mean, the range is just unreal. Curry can make even the toughest shots look easy.
Van Vliet outside. Pass to Thompson. To the middle. Here's Şengün. That's in, coming off the assist from Thompson.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Podziemski finds Curry. Green with a screen on Van Vliet. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Well, my feeling is you just want to make sure it's called consistently both ways.
Now here's Van Vliet. Outside Durant. Shot clock at 6. Puts up a 3. Connects from three-point range. Durant's got 5.
And that bucket by KD is why he is so lethal. Durant can straight up save possession.
Podziemski with it. He's covered by Thompson. Here's Butler. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. And Jimmy Butler is what some might call an old-school kind of player. Would you agree, Greg?
Yeah, I mean, he's all toughness, grit, and basketball IQ. A tone setter at the defensive end who plays unselfishly. That guy is all about winning.
He misses the free throw. You know, Tim, they say you can't measure heart, but Jimmy Butler, he plays with a lot of heart. He is non-stop.
Well, you can talk about his skill level and IQ, but Kevin, what you love about Butler is his competitive will, and he saves his best for the postseason.
Now here's Durant. He's got 5. Kicks it out to Van Vliet. Back to KD. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. He's got 8.
And that's a scary sight for the defense. The last thing you want is for Durant to find his rhythm from downtown.
Outside Butler. Takes a 3. Green. And Green is right there.
Hard work and soft hands. Guys, that's what made that play possible.
No simple offensive rebound there. Going for the tip-in. Şengün kicks to Van Vliet. Back to Şengün. And Şengün throws it down.
Even without the explosive athleticism, Şengün still able to play above the rim.
Here's Butler. That one's in. His first bucket of the game. He's 1 for 2.
Uncovered at the rim, finding cracks in the defense here early on.
Well, with that kind of success, I imagine they'll continue to be aggressive inside.
Here's KD. And the Rockets getting another bucket right there.
Anywhere Durant can find a shot, he can make a shot. That certainly includes the mid-range.
Curry finds Podziemski. And here is Moody. To the paint, Green, and Green slams it in.
What a pass right there. Coaches love seeing guys making it easy for their teammates.
And so the timeout taken here by Ime Udoka. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. Now let's take a minute to talk to Allie LaForce courtside. Allie.
Thank you, guys. Jimmy Butler is the complete package. Coach Steve Kerr said he's an amazing player. The skill, the strength, the ability to get to the line, his passing connects the game. And in the end, it goes beyond that. Just his presence out there. He's a lion. He's a force. Guys?
One of the best for sure. All right, Allie, thank you for the report. A new lineup here for Houston.
And how about his athleticism for a big man? Capella is able to make plays above the rim.
Richard guarded by Holiday. Pass to Post. Now here's Hield, guarded closer. Golden State needs to get off a shot. That shot off. Rockets leading by 6. Eason passes to Shepard. Eason, a screen on Hield. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Catching up on the changes for Houston. Şengün's checked in for Clint Capella. And Okogie subbed in for Aaron Holiday. The Warriors also with a sub. Butler's checked in. Shepard with the ball. Still yet to score. Shoots it up. And the first shot of the night for him, no good. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for Houston. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. And we'll be right back after this. And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. What do you guys think so far about the offensive approach for Houston?
So far, they've moved the ball well, leading to open, high-percentage looks. Lots of assists in this one.
And you can't overlook what they've done in the paint as well. A huge part of their success in this one.
So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. Trayce Jackson-Davis out there with Quentin Post. Then it's Kuminga. Then it's Butler. And it's Hield in at the 1. The Warriors have converted 1 of 2 free throws so far today.
And their free throw percentage as a unit last year, 76%, right around the middle of the road.
Tate, he's checked in for Houston. Greg, you think about the value of those sage veterans on a team, guys that been around the block, played a lot of years. Why are they so important?
Well, a lot of times they'll echo the message of the head coach. And I tell you what, it's also, as a coach, you love having those veteran players because you can trust what they're going to do on the floor. That consistency is really important, not just for the coaches, but the teammates.
Okogie's checked in for Tate.
Number 20, Josh Okogie.
Here's Butler. Five to shoot. The Rockets pull it in.
The defense really didn't do enough to alter that shot. It's simply a miss.
Okogie, the pass to Holiday. Now Eason. It's hauled in by Jackson-Davis. And you look at the addition of Jimmy Butler. G.A., why has he been such a fit for the Warriors?
He really is an unselfish, high IQ superstar, and that's what the Warriors are all about. And his isolation, interior scoring has given them another look offensively.
Butler from outside. Şengün with the rebound. Rockets leading by 5. Eason passes to Holiday. Inside, trying to find Şengün. He gets it to him. Yep, that one goes.
Let the big fella eat. Şengün just doing his thing down low.
And so Steve Kerr decides to call a timeout. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Houston with a big group substitution here. Smith checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Durant comes in for Tari Eason. Thompson, he's checked in for Josh Okogie. And it's Fred VanVleet in for Aaron Holiday. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green comes in for Trayce Jackson-Davis. And Stephen Curry subbed in for Jonathan Kuminga. Now here's Curry. Pass to Butler. Some nice passing by Golden State here. Lets it go from 11. Got it, and the Houston lead has been cut down to 5 on the bucket from Curry.
just shows you how impressive Curry's shooting ability is, that he can adjust for any distance.
Butler against KD. The shot from 20 feet away. Again, the Rockets score.
Now that's a high percentage look when the D doesn't fight over the screen.
Yeah, and that's the effectiveness of the two-man game right there.
Butler, no good. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Rockets to the inside. Outside, KD. Durant drives in. And Houston again with the bucket.
And just so long and elusive on the drive. Durant, excellent at finding ways to navigate inside.
Now here's Curry. He has 5. Heel the pass to Butler. Over Durant. It's good. And the Rocket lead is cut to just 7 points in the basket from Butler.
This is why they will go to him often. He's going to take and make shots.
Outside Durant. And here's Van Vliet from the arc. Jimmy Butler with the rebound. Warriors have gone 50% from the floor in the second quarter, 3 of 6. And now we're being joined by our 2K insider, Shams Charania, who's calling in with a good story. Shams, what do you have?
Well, hard to find a more respected vet in this league than point guard Fred Van Vliet. The heady vet will now also guide the Players Union in his new role of president, replacing CJ McCollum. As a guy who went from being undrafted to an all-star to signing a max contract, he can certainly relate to most every player in the league.
He has come a long way. Okay, Shams, we thank you for that report. And the Rockets making a change here. Eason's checked in. Then for the Warriors, Jonathan Kuminga. He's checked in for Quentin Post. Moses Moody comes in for Butler. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Heel. Now here's Durant. He's got 14. Smith against Green. Smith kicks to Van Vliet. Off target from outside. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarter.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry.
Is that just a miscommunication? It just can't happen. Let's hope they get on the same page.
Rockets leading by 4. Van Vliet outside. Pass to Eason. Here's Van Vliet. Guarded by Curry. Right side Durant. Good, and Van Vliet gets the assist. Van Vliet's got his 3rd assist on the night.
Really like how Durant is playing tonight. Going for his. This guy is just so unreal.
Pajemski on the wing. Oh, and a fast break for the Rockets. Count that one. And now an 8-point Rocket lead.
And that's the kind of play you just do not want to give up defensively. You lose the possession and give up a quick 2 at the other end.
And so it's Houston in the driver's seat, up 8 points at the end of the quarter. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Now let's check in with Allie LaForce on the sideline. What do you have for us, Allie?
Here with Coach Steve Kerr, your defense struggling to contain them in the first half. How do you remedy it?
We got to get back in transition, but we got to make them feel it.
Thank you, Allie. And folks, don't go away. Halftime is here, and we'll be right back with you after this break.
Let's hear it for the participants.
And happy you could join us. We've got 2 quarters left to go in regulation. What a game we're seeing from Kevin Durant.
Really impressed with the shot selection through the first half, just taking what he can get from the defense.
And what more can you ask of him? That is helping out your team.
And Greg, these poised veterans really seem to have triggered a shift for the Rockets.
At the same time, it's going to be Houston's young talent that determines their future, and they've already shown they can make a major impact.
In the backcourt, we'll see Van Vliet and Thompson. Smith and Şengün make up the 4 and the 5. And it's Durant in at the 3 spot. And that's the group in there for Ime Udoka as we begin the second half. Curry passes it to Moody. Back to Curry for 3. And it's Durant with the rebound.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And play stops. Whistle on what looks to be an illegal screen.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
Curry dishes to Green. Down low. Here's Butler. Count the bucket. And he's got a free throw coming up as well.
And the sheer muscle from Butler. I mean, a solid finisher, even when he gets hit.
The Warriors shooting their 4th shot at the foul line here.
Jimmy Butler, the line for 1.
Find the lane.
Tim, in your career, you played at every level of basketball, pro and college and before. What's the single biggest change in your mind as far as professional basketball outside the NBA?
Well, Kevin, I think globally the level of play has just risen dramatically. There's a much greater belief now that you can actually make it to the league, even if you're playing outside this country. And then the G League has created a much more streamlined path for those who want to work their way into the league.
G League has been terrific.
Sure has.
Green kicks to Curry. Pass to Butler. 3-pointer. Smith with some nice D. Houston leading by 7. Van Vliet passes to Smith. Thompson outside. Inside. KD draws the double. Van Vliet on the wing. Defended by Butler.
And even though he didn't get a piece of that shot, you love the pressure he puts on the shooter.
And sometimes that's all you need to do to force that miss.
It's stolen by Smith. Thompson with it, and Curry picks him up defensively. Van Vliet can't get that one to fall. Warriors trail by 7. And the Warriors miss again. Butler against Durant. Pulls up on the wing. And Curry pulls it down. The Warriors have gone 2 of 5 shooting here in the 3rd quarter. And no questioning the greatness of Kevin Durant. But, Greg, trying to get back into championship contention.
Yeah, and since his 2 titles with the Warriors, disappointment with the Nets and Suns, can he get a shot at another ring?
Tari Eason's checked in for Houston. Kuminga's come in for the Warriors. Buddy Hield comes in for Brandon Pajemski. Durant kicks to Şengün. Back to Durant. Thompson outside. Pass to Durant. In close. Durant gets the bucket.
Anytime KD gets that look, it's a great possession for this team.
And so Steve Kerr starts to call a timeout. Coach needs a moment to talk things over. We've seen Kevin Durant really have a great game.
Yeah, and this guy's been unstoppable in the painted area. They're going to call timeout and figure it out. Deny him the ball, double him, something has to change.
The Rockets making a switch here. Capella's checked in. And the Warriors also making a change. Quentin Post is checked in for Butler.
Honestly, guys, Curry is the best three-point shooter I've ever seen.
Tough 2 from Durant.
I love the shot selection from him right now. He's not settling, and that's why he's shooting at a very high rate.
Hield the pass to Curry. And the 3 off target. Rockets leading by 8. Thompson outside. Pass to Capella. Shoots over Kuminga. And Durant gets it to go. The assist from Capella. And that's now 24 points for Kevin Durant. Here's Post. 26 seconds left here in the third quarter. Curry outside. Curry with another miss. And so Van Vliet will bring it up for the Rockets. Second left. And so it's Kevin Durant making headlines and highlights for the Houston Rockets. He has really delivered at the offensive end. He's torched. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery?
Well, the vision, the placement of the pass, and then the timing. You just can't do it any better.
And with 3 quarters behind us, let's see what this fourth period holds in store for us. So with Curry sitting on the bench, here's the group that Steve Kerr has on the floor. We've got Trace Jackson-Davis. Butler out there with Hield. Then there's Jonathan Kuminga. And it's Post in at the center, locking down the middle. Out left to the wing. Eason finds Finney-Smith. Now Shepard. The rebound by Hield.
Well, give the defender credit. Sometimes it's enough to force the miss.
And the Warriors can't hang on to the ball.
That is just a careless turnover. You've got to be smarter in those exchanges.
Houston making a switch here. Durant's checked in. Curry's checked in for the Warriors. And we've played through about a minute here in the fourth. Pick by Finney-Smith. The 3 from KD. The Rockets with another miss.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Pass to Jackson-Davis. Hield outside. Şengün with the rebound. Şengün's got 4 rebounds in this game. Now here's Durant. Now Shepard. Back to KD. 6 to shoot. Here's Eason. The Rockets with another miss. Warriors trail by 12. To the paint. And out of bounds as the Rockets gain possession. For the Rockets, Smith checked in for Dorian Finney-Smith. Thompson comes in for Jari Eason. And it's Fred Van Vliet in for Shepard. Then for the Warriors, Draymond Green, he's checked in for Quentin Post. Moses Moody comes in for Trace Jackson-Davis. And it's Brandon Pajemski in for Buddy Hield. Warriors trail by 12. Butler hammering it home.
Using his strength and athleticism, plays like this from Butler just motivates his team.
And we've got a timeout called from Ime Udoka. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. And now, Hallie LaForce says something for us from the sideline.
Well, over the break, I listened to Ime Udoka's huddles. He encouraged them to keep on the pressure, saying, you guys are forcing a lot of turnovers, and it's because you're communicating and working together as a unit. Keep it up. Defense is clearly a priority.
We appreciate it, Allie. Thank you. KD looking around. Oh, Durant, what concentration.
Taking the hit there, Durant, so hard to stop.
Hey, yo, get on stepping.
Curry against Van Vliet. Green. Şengün with the rebound. And so it's Smith with it. He'll bring it up for Houston.
2 minutes.
A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. Now here's Van Vliet. He's defended by Pajemski. 5 on the clock. Van Vliet fires. And he misses the J. Warriors trail by 12. Green with a screen for Curry. Can't drop the tough three-pointer.
Oh, he is off from deep. Maybe it's time to look for another option.
Outside, KD. 6 on the shot clock. Oh, what a move! Şengün, no problem with the wide-open J.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for the Rockets.
Their superior ball handling won it for them.
And fewer turnovers equals greater scoring opportunities. Any coach will tell you that. If you take care of the ball every possession, and this is a perfect example of what happens when you do.
And you know, looking back at all the contributions tonight, it was a really phenomenal all-around game for Kevin Durant.
Yeah, he was just laser focused in that game. It got to the point where you just knew if he shot it, it was going in.
Now Smith. Van Vliet fires. And get the three. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game clock. Butler outside. It's tipped. Stolen by Van Vliet. And guys, they can just sit on the ball here if they want to.
They have earned this win.
So we see Houston taking the W here. Some good moments throughout this one, but they had the clear advantage down the stretch.
Yeah, I mean, I love the way they executed on both ends of the floor, completely under control for the vast majority of the game. And
Thanks to all the fans.
Great job. Thanks for that, Allie. And that'll wrap it up, folks. Along with Tim Legler, Greg